What's up, guys? LJ Crypto back with another video. If you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button, and always know that it is my goal to help you become financially free through the crypto market. So let's get started. So in this video, once again, this isn't necessarily about crypto and finances, but this is once again sort of documenting my coding journey. Right, so once again we are on Front End Mentor. Once again, very good resource to apply the front end skills that you've learned into real world projects. So this is the second project that I've done, and this will be the second and last newbie level project that I will do. Alright, so this is called Order Summary Component. Once again, it only uses HTML and CSS, no JavaScript. This is the desktop design. This is the mobile version. This being my second project, I didn't even consider the mobile design. I just looked into the desktop design, but I do pay more attention to that. I do implement that later on in my other projects that I do on Front End Mentor. So if we look here, this is my solution to the problem, right? To the front end, the code I made, and it looks pretty identical. Of course, not perfect, and not your code's not gonna be perfect unless you a designer who is very good at detail, right? But you got these hover states. Gotta hover over this, gotta hover over this, and as well as this. And I actually should have, even though this a newbie project and these don't take you to different pages, I could have added like cursor pointers where it just like here, where your mouse changes to like the click icon right there. Yeah, see how I was clicking on change. Also should have did that with these, but it is what it is, not that serious. But yeah, and as you can see down here, usually I would have my name there, but I changed it for the purpose of this video. So yeah, let's dive into the code. So let's jump into the code. Once again, very simple project, but this is very good for those who are just starting out, like I was when I was doing this. Very good introductory project for getting comfortable with HTML and CSS. But yeah, this is my HTML file, right? And of course you got the words, right, of the the front end, the UI, and got the HTML elements and the classes. And we also have my CSS, and once again CSS can look a little overwhelming, I would say. Easy syntax, but just how the way it's built, it can be a lot. So since this isn't really complicated project, I don't have to go too deep into this code. But let's see. So of course the head, this is like the title of the title of the tab, the title of the website itself, the URL, and the icon that you see at the top, right? So that's what the head element is. Body is everything in the app, is within the app itself. So first we got the main. So I learned from my mistakes in the NFT preview card. and I'll constrain the width and the height of the app better this time, right? So main is everything. Main is basically the whole container, right, of the order summary component or box, whatever you want to say. Then within the main, you got inside the card, right? So everything is inside this this div with the class of inside card, right? I just added constraints with that. As far as the CSS with inside card, this is the first app where I really implemented the CSS property called display flexbox. Flexbox is basically will save your life. Probably going to be the most used CSS property, CSS model, when it comes to when it comes to making front ends. Makes things a lot simpler. But yeah, basically with the inside card, you got display flex direction column. So you got everything going down, literally in the column, like, and then I have like the words, position, as well as these buttons and all that. So justify constant. Okay, so this puts it in the middle. And align items center that I would say that centers the like words and buttons in the center of their own, like of these words, these buttons, and like the heading and the paragraph in their own like elements, if that makes sense. So yeah, inside the inside card div, you have the image container right here. Yeah, I put this in its own div. Got the image. I added a class to the image so that I can change around the size of it, and then I added some border radius. Meaning I added curves to the left and right that correspond with the box itself, the summary box itself. Then we got another div. I probably could have made this just a H1 tag, H1 element, meaning heading 1. But yeah, made that to a div with order summary. Strong elements, meaning it's bold. Paragraph tag. Now, as a beginner, this was probably the most challenging div for me. This was my first time using display flex, so I had a pretty hard time with this one. I had a hard time aligning, everything in here. And to make make my life easier, I probably could have structured this better when I was doing it. But yeah, because it basically has 3 sectors to it. So you got this part where, for one, this was an image. This music logo was an image. I had to constrain that, right? I had to adjust the size of that. I also had to adjust like the padding, the spacing of these two, and then I have to make sure that these were like on top of each other, or the annual plan and the subscription amount, these were like on top of each other like a column. And then I had to add spacing to this. I think I used space between here. That's another display flex property that you can use. And then yeah, this div itself is like a grayish area here. So yeah, this is like probably the hardest part for me when making this. And this will be, I believe this is the button. And also, as you can see with this button, as I hover over it, it changes color, or like the the visibility of it gets like lighter, right? So yeah, this is a button. Nothing too special. Added color to it, added curves to it, slash border radius, and then you just have this cancel order wording down here. Also forgot to mention that you have this background here. You have this curvy background here, and if you notice on the actual solution, there is this this lighter purple after the curvy pattern at the bottom. I was supposed to add that too, but I'll be honest, I didn't feel like it. It's not too serious, but you know, this component itself is what's more important. But yeah, I could add that. I can honestly do that now if I wanted to, but this is a very simple project, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess I could kind of show the hover states, even though it's not really complicated. But yeah. So hover. Let's see. So yeah, like right here. So this transition is basically a CSS property where you can like sort of animate, and you can add duration to, you know, the basically in this case the color changing, right? But yeah, I just added, we hover over it, it just changes it to a different color, and this is gonna be the same thing with these other hover states, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it with this project. This isn't complicated at all. Very, in terms of development as a whole, this is very the simplest it can get, you know. So yeah, hope you liked the video. Yeah, once again, this is my second front end challenge, newbie level, last newbie level project that I did, because I want to, you know, elevate my front end, you know, and development skills overall, as a whole, you know. I want the challenges I do to, you know, get harder as I get better at this. But yeah, once again, if you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button, turn on the notification bell whenever I come up with a new video. Check out the description below, and I will see you in the next one.